Hi guys, good evening. This is Teacher Toni and welcome to Everyday English 5. So for tonight, what we're going to talk about is Lesson 26, a taxi stand. But before we start, I want to ask you, how are you and what have you been up to? Okay, so as early as now, I would like to apologize because I'm not feeling well and you might hear some sneezing and coughs a little. Okay, so anyways, let us start formally our class. So we're gonna start with lesson 26, a taxi stand. So I want to ask you guys, what can you tell me about this photo? Okay, can you please give me at least three things that you notice in this photo? All right. Okay. So as you can see here, we notice that there are taxis. How many taxis do we see? One, two, three, four, five. We can see five taxis. And after that, we can see that this is a taxi stand because it has a cover that protects taxis and also people waiting for taxi. But there are no people waiting for taxi. So anyways, um, also we can see that I cannot see any people, right? Can you see any people? All right, okay. So now, guys, since you stay tuned, I want to show you what we are going to learn about a taxi stand for today. All right, let's go to the next page. Okay, can you see it clearly or do you want to make it bigger? All right, let's just make it a bit bigger. Okay, so in here, we have compound nouns. Have you heard of compound nouns before? Right. I bet you did. Or maybe you haven't, but I bet you've used some of it already. Okay? Okay. So what we're going to do here is we're going to match the words in column A and column B to make compound nouns. So with this one, we can make more than one combination because it's possible. So for example, first example here is subway plus station. And so the compound noun is a subway station. So what do we mean by a compound noun? Very good question. So a compound noun is a combination of one word plus another word to make an entirely new word with a different meaning from the two, or most of the time combined meaning of the two. Like for example here, subway station. What is a subway station? It is a place where you wait for the subway, right? So you can ride inside the subway. All right. And then here on the picture, we can see that this is a taxi stand. Okay, what is a taxi? A taxi is a car you can ride anywhere you go and you have to pay for it, of course. And so a stand, what does a stand mean? A stand is you're standing up, right? So when you combine the two, a taxi stand is a place where you can wait for taxis or where a taxi can wait for a person to go inside a taxi. All right? And then here, we have another compound noun, which is bicycle lane. So if we say bicycle lane, what is it? Can anybody tell me? All right. So a bicycle lane is a lane where bicycles can drive or can ride. No, not really ride. Can pass. Okay, can pass is the correct word. Most of the time, you can see it near the sidewalk because bicycles are just thin and they can fit easily. So that's where they put them. And so what is a bicycle and what is a lane? Of course, a bicycle and a lane is different, but when you combine them together, this is what we're going to get. Okay, a bicycle lane. All right, so guys, I want you to list down as many combinations as possible, okay? My throat is kind of aching, so I would be reducing using my voice. I apologize. Okay? So, if you want to have time, you can pause this video, and then after that, you would be able to find at least 5 words or combinations for our compound nouns, okay? So, you can pause the video, and then we will be right back, okay? All right, guys. So since you played it, I bet you're already finished. So these are some of the possible combinations that we have. So first one is bus stop. Next is street light. newsstand, traffic jam, parking space. So I know there are tons of other combinations, but these are the top 5, or these are what comes into my mind first when I look at the list, okay? So you can have tons of other compound words that you can create, and I'm happy that you're able to do it correctly. I hope you understand them, but if you don't, you can put your questions in the comment section down below, or you can ask it to me next time we see each other, all right? Okay, so now I will be erasing this part in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, erase. All right. Okay, so now moving forward, I have a question for you. Very, very simple and very easy question. So, which of these things can you find where you live, okay? So from our compound words, which of those things can you find in your hometown, or maybe a place near your home right now in the Philippines, or something like that? Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to put your answers in your head, or I want you to put them in the comment section down below so that I can monitor your answers, okay? All right. Okay, so this is a more brief explanation of what a compound noun is. I remember a little story. When I was still studying back in my elementary days, we used to call this compound words. But yeah, it is more appropriate to call it compound noun because a noun is composed of a name of a place, a person, an animal, and a thing. So it's much more suited that it is a compound noun. Okay? So if you want to ask me, Teacher Toni, what is a compound noun? So guys, a compound noun is made up of 2 or more nouns that function as a single noun. So we have one word and then another word, and then combine them, and when they're together, it's one single noun, or it's one entire word, okay? And it's different, okay? So guys, to explain it a bit more, we have 3 types of compound noun, okay? We have the joint, we have the separated, and we have the hyphenated, okay? So first one is joint. Okay, we have it here. So we have 2 examples here for joint compound noun. The first one is toothbrush, and the second is bedroom. Okay, if we say tooth, it's the tooth, and then brush is just the brush, maybe for hair. But when we combine it together, it is a toothbrush, and we use it to clean our teeth. Very good. All right, and then we go to bedroom. So of course, we have a bed. Bed is where we sleep. And then a room is a place where you can put anything. Really, you can have it in your house, in your office, everywhere, but not outside. Okay, so a bedroom. So when we combine bed and room, we have bedroom, and together it will be your rest. It's not nice to say resting place. It would be a place where you can rest and sleep. Okay? All right. So moving forward, let us go to separated compound nouns. So we have 2 examples of separated compound nouns. The first one is post office, and the second one is high school. Okay, so let's go to the first word, which is post office. Separated, it's just, you just have to put a space in between. But altogether, it's 2 words, but it has 1 meaning. Okay, so if we say post, a post is like, and an office, of course, everybody knows what an office is because everybody has an office. So if we combine post office together, it is a place where we can send or receive our mails, not emails. The old-fashioned mails are like, for example, if you want to send something, for example, you want to send a book to your friend, you can go to a post office and have them send it to where your friend is. Okay? All right. And then moving forward, we have high school. So, of course, high school comes from the word high and then school. Everybody knows what high is, right? This is high, and then school is a place where we can study. So when we combine it together, high school is a part of studying wherein we have first year, second year, third year, and then junior high, and then senior high. Right? All right. All right. So let's move forward now. So we have the last part, which is the hyphenated compound noun. So what are hyphenated compound nouns? What we mean by this is just we put a hyphen. This is a hyphen. Shing, shing, like that. Wait, let me show it to you. It looks like this. Okay, that is a hyphen. Okay, just use your imagination. My tool is not good. Okay, so anyways, for hyphenated, we have first word is wire fastener. Second word is water bottle. Okay, all right. So the first word, wire fastener. Okay, so if we say wire, it is a cable wire. And if we say fastener, fastener is something that we put to combine papers. Okay, let me show you what a fastener looks like, okay? Fastener. Let's wait for the Google to load. Okay. Okay, so this is the classic fastener that we use for papers. I know it's very familiar with you because up until now you use it in your office. So earlier we said wire fastener. So Teacher Toni, what does a wire fastener look like? Let me show it to you, okay? So this is what a wire fastener looks like. All right, it's this one, okay? It's this one. Do you see these things? So imagine when you're connecting something or when you want to put the wire and then you don't want the wire to be scattered everywhere. You put wire fasteners so that the wire would have a stable place where it can stick itself, right? So this is a wire fastener. All right. And now let's move on to the second word, which is a water bottle. Of course, I know. Everybody knows what a water is, right? Water is for drinking. And so a bottle is something that can hold any, not any, but most liquids, okay, like water. So if we combine them together, a water bottle is a thing that we can use if we want to drink a water. Okay, guys, does anybody know what a water bottle looks like? Of course you do. I know you do. All right, that is so awesome. Okay, so since everybody knows what a water bottle is, let's just make a quick recap of what the compound noun is, okay? All right, so a compound noun is made up of two or more nouns that function as a single noun. And we have three types of these compound nouns. First one is joined, next is separated with a space, and then hyphenated with the hyphen sign. Okay, so that would be it for compound nouns. Okay, so if you still have questions, you can put them in the comment section down below, or you can also message me. You can also message me here, and also you can ask it to me when we see each other. Okay, so that would be it for compound nouns. Okay, and just to test if you really understood what we talked about, I want you to answer this part. Okay, everybody, please take a screenshot of this keyword mind map of compound nouns. So we have so many compound nouns, and I want you to focus on this four main topics, okay? First one is transportation, second is places, third is traffic, and fourth is waiting area. So these are just some of the words that has compound nouns where we can use, okay? So first one for transportation, I want you to give two examples. So we have three examples in total. First one is airplane. For places, we need three examples. First example is already parking garage. So it's separated, right? And then for traffic, we need three examples. First one is traffic jam, another separated. And then for waiting area, we have the bus station. So for the bus station, it is also separated with a space. So guys, I want you to think of two for each of the topics two compound nouns to put there, okay? Make sure that it is connected with transportation, with places, with traffic, and with waiting area. Okay, so I will be waiting for your answers. Please comment them in the comment section down below. Okay, awesome. So just a quick review. Again, we talked about a taxi stand wherein we learned about compound nouns. And in here, you were able to identify as many as possible compound nouns that your mind can think of. And after that, we were able to clarify and explain what a compound noun is, and we were able to identify three types of compound nouns. All right? Okay, so that would be it for our first lesson for the night. Okay, so if you have questions, you can ask them to me. And if you have none, you can pause this video and take a break. And then after that, we will come back with the second lesson for the night. Okay? All right. See you later. Hi guys, welcome back. And now we're ready to start our next lesson, which is lesson 27, transportation services. So in the picture, we would be able to see four types of transportation. First one is what we call the train. Second is a truck. Another one is an airplane. And the fourth is a big cruise ship. All right. So I want to know, guys, have you ever ridden in one of these? Of course, I believe you've already ridden an airplane, of course. Duh. And then after that, let us start our transportation services lesson, okay? Okay, so since we don't have listening activity, okay, let us move forward to our grammar focus. So in our grammar focus, we have what we call expression of quantity, okay, or expressions of quantity. If we say quantity, it is basically how much, okay, or how many. All right, quantity deals with numbers, and expression is usually how we say things, okay? So on the first column here, we would be able to see expressions of quantity with count nouns, and on the next, we would be able to see with non-count nouns, okay? So what are count nouns? Count nouns are the nouns that you can count. Like, for example, you can count animals, you can count people, okay? And what are non-count nouns? They are nouns that are like sand, beaches, salt, and many more. All right, so let us read each one of the count nouns. So first one is, there are too many cars. There should be fewer cars. We need more subway lines, and there aren't enough buses, okay? And then let's move forward with non-count nouns. First one is, there's too much traffic, and then there should be less pollution, and then we need more public transportation, and then there isn't enough parking, okay? All right. So now, since we've already finished discussing about expressions of quantity with count nouns and non-count nouns, I want you to observe the words or the expressions we use with count nouns and non-count nouns. So if we are talking about count nouns, we use many. And if it's count noun, non-count, we use much. And also same with fewer, less, and that's it. All right? So guys, what I want you to do is I want you to answer letter A, okay? Complete these statements about transportation problems, and then we will be discussing it, okay? There can be more than one answer. And it's saying that it is possible. So all you have to do is to choose from the expressions of quantity so that you would be able to complete the sentence, okay? You can pause this video so you can have more time to think, and then you can play it later so that you would be able to figure out the correct answer, okay? Okay, so I bet you've already finished answering the questions. So let's answer numbers 1 to 8, okay? First one, there are too many police officers, okay? Second one, there should be, what do you think? There should be less cars in the city, okay? And then number 3, there is blank public transportation. There, yes, there isn't enough. There, oopsie, enough. No, not enough, enough. There isn't enough public transportation. And then number four, the government needs to build, what do you think? Blank highways. Okay? Yes, the government needs to build more highways. All right. And then number five, there should be more noise? No, there should be less noise. All right. And then number six, the city needs blank parking, public parking garages. So more public parking garages. And then number seven, there is too, yes, there is too much because you cannot count air pollution in the city. And then last one, there are too many because you can count them. Too many cars parked on the street. All right, so I hope guys you would able to answer all of it. And if you didn't catch the correct answers, you can just put or adjust the play button so that you would be able to see the answers correctly. All right? Okay. So now what I want you to do for your task is I want you to write sentences about the city or a town you're living in. And then you can start with this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you can put your answers in the comment section down below. Okay? All right. Okay, so before we end this, I would like to say thank you to everybody who has watched this video. I hope you learned so many things today, and I hope to see you in my next class. Okay, let us do a quick recap of what we did for our lesson. Okay, so for our next lesson, we talked about transportation services where we have trains, trucks, airplanes, and cruise ships. And also after that, we had learned about grammar-focused expressions of quantity with non-count nouns and with count nouns. And you were able to answer part A and part B. I hope you have learned so much from me today. That would be it for today, guys. Thank you so much for listening to me, and you have a nice day. All right? Goodbye.